the world's falling down, I'll be there to lift you from the ground. Don't be afraid, just let me in, love me and down, I'll do the same.
You can't, because your screen's broke. She's got to come. Keep watching this side.
It's not facing.
Hold on. I'm sitting here shaking. Right there. Hold this. Well, oh, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry.
Okay, I see you on yours. That my dad's little. Come here.
That was all of them. No, that's all of them.
If you would come forward and get the hawk and the envelope behind it. The 2017 recipient of the prestigious Hawk Award is Miss Rebecca Hampton. Dawson is always up for a challenge and is always willing to help anyone. He is a leader in events and in extracurricular activities. Dawson simply loves being an HVA Hawk. Madison Clevenger. Madison is a first-class young lady. She is an unbelievable peer tutor and an amazing teammate because she always puts others' interests before her own. Madison is a servant at heart who works hard for what she has, never expects anything in return, and is truly grateful for anything given to her. Tim Frizzell. Tim is an amazing student athlete who cares for others. He's funny and lighthearted, but knows when to buckle down and get to work. He is a tremendous role model for all students who stands up for what is right when his peers are making bad choices. Gavin Green. Gavin is always a positive influence to those around him. He is helpful, kind to all, and an extremely hard worker. Gavin simply makes other people better human beings. His spirit, passion, and work ethic will be greatly missed next year. Rebecca Hampton. On the court, on the field, and in all aspects of HVA, Becca's kindness, compassion, and fierce dedication have earned her the utmost respect from her classmates, teammates, and teachers. Rebecca embodies grace under pressure. Brennan Humphreys. Whether learning the Chinese language, representing HVA in Poetry Out Loud, or running cross-country or track, Brennan does it with passion and perseverance. He is considerate of all and is willing to step in and help whenever needed in any situation. Aubrey Keller. Aubrey displays academic integrity and challenges other students to engage in classroom content. She is a student who challenges and questions, but remains respectful while doing so. She is kind, hardworking, and very involved in activities that benefit the school. Andrew Merritt. Andrew is quite the Renaissance man. He is involved in every aspect of Hardin Valley and the community, whether it is football, theater, academics, Boy Scouts, or church. He does it with a smile on his face, ready to chip in and do whatever is needed to help the organization improve. Maggie Olson. Maggie is a well-rounded young lady who excels in the liberal arts classes as well as in the STEM classes. She is respectful of others and works well with anyone. She has overcome adversity in her life and has done it with a positive attitude that she shares with others. Maggie has a strong sense of self and a big heart. Rowan Palmer. Rowan is an amazing student. She is creative and studious, but it is her team
to benefit others, especially when you expect nothing in return. The second, take up for those who cannot take up for themselves. The third, give your time and your effort in the service of others. Time and effort are limited resources whose value far exceeds that of money. Lastly, I would like to thank these young men and women who are about to be presented to us for what they are about to do, the courage they're about to exhibit, and the honor that they bring to our school, our community, and our nation. Thank you.
We would like to commend these individuals as they lead and demonstrate the best qualities of humanity in military service. Please stand and remain standing as your names are called. Audience, please hold your applause until all the names are called. Jessica Massa, United States Coast Guard. Caroline Coker, United States Air Force. Cameron Hillis, United States Air Force. Kayla Mintz, United States Air Force. Hunter Thornton, United States Air Force. Matthew Puglisi, United States Navy. Cheyenne Arwood, United States Army. Kevin Brewer, United States Army. Isaac Melton, United States Army. Hugh Wheeler, United States Army. Cameron Ford, United States Marine Corps. Cassandra Ryan, United States Marine Corps. Let's give these young men and women a round of applause.
The scholarship total for this year's graduating class of Hardin Valley Academy is $22,449,661.
You've been a parent, you've been a counselor, you've been anything or anyone that they have needed. I sincerely thank you for all that you do for our students. You are charged with getting them ready for life after high school rather than just simply eligible. You have done that and so much more. Graduates, please join me in thanking your teachers for a job well done. Now to the class of 2017. When thinking about what I wanted to say to you on this very special night, I came across a quote by Neil Gaiman that truly says exactly what I wanted to say. I hope that in this year to come, you make mistakes. Let me say that again. I hope that in this year to come, you make mistakes. Because if you're making mistakes, then you're making new things, trying new things, learning, living, pushing yourself, changing your world. You're doing things you've never done before, and more importantly, you're doing something. Don't freeze, don't stop, don't worry that it isn't good enough or it isn't perfect, whatever it is, art or love or work or family or life. Whatever it is you are scared of doing, do it. Make your mistakes next year and forever. You know, if I really think about it, I really hope that's one thing that we have been able to teach you at Hardin Valley. It is okay to make mistakes, for that is how we best learn. If we push through our failures and persevere, then we will not make those mistakes again when it could possibly be more costly. Class of 2017, I look at you today and realize that you've grown into young men and women who are ready to take that next phase of your life. It is time to leave behind the comfort and familiar and to try new things, to make new mistakes, but this time with care and thought and maturity. You will face new challenges, but you will no longer do this together. Instead, you will have to rely on the things that your parents, your teachers, your friends, and your spiritual leaders and your experiences have taught you. Your life and the choices that you make and the impact that those choices will shape your future. It is my hope that the majority of your days will give you the feeling of joy and that everything will be right with the world. However, you and I both know that it's not always going to be like that. Just as over the past 4 years, there will be the days that pressures will just be too much to bear. It'll be during those times that you will have to rely on those past experiences and all that you've been taught over the course of your life. It is that preparation that will enable you to get through those difficult times. I also hope that the past 4 years have taught you to look for others who are experiencing difficult times, especially when all is right in your life. During those times, remember the importance of serving others and lending a helping hand. Seniors, for just a few more minutes, you are more at a beginning than you are at an end. With gratitude for the past and joy for the future, that fresh start begins now. We are proud of you and wish you the best as you move on to the future and pursue your goals. Please remember your roots and those that have helped guide you along the way. Class of 2017, I cannot tell you what a pleasure it's been to watch you grow into the fine people you have become. Remember, you are part of the Hardin Valley tradition that was begun just 9 short years ago, and the heritage that will always be. Come home often and share your stories. But it is now time to do what we've come to do. Audience, I will ask you again, please refrain from the excessive noise making. Every one of you tonight have come to hear the name of that one person that you hold so dear, and everybody deserves to hear that name. And these young men and women in front of you deserve to hear their name as well. We have 500 students that would like to hear that name. We want this ceremony to be a dignified and classy ceremony. Please remember, no one is to be admitted onto the arena floor during the ceremony. At this time, I would like to ask Mr. Bob Thomas, Knox County School Superintendent, and Mrs. Terry Hill, our school board representative, to come forward. Mr. Thomas and Mrs. Hill, the class before you has fulfilled the requirements as mandated by the Knox County Board of Education in the state of Tennessee. It gives me great pleasure to present the class for your acceptance. Will the first row please stand?
Oh yeah, he don't care. He ain't scared at all. He's down for whatever. He told a fan last series. He said, "You already know what it is. You know I can." He said that to a fan in the crowd. Yeah, he's crazy, bro. He's crazy. He a beast. Hey, they finna call. It's gonna get loud.
Graduating from the STEM Academy, HBA's valedictorian, Brandon Chu.
Graduating from the STEM Academy, HBA's salutatorian, Robert Jackson Smith.
Paul James Cianciolo.
Mariah Joy Brown.
Alejandro Antonio Ferre.
Ryan Alexander Cologne.
Taylor Gerald Henry.
Amberly Brianna Clark.
Siobhan Kefla Dave.
Preston Wells Coffey.
Amin Dakiri.
Montana Chase Coon.
Henry Austin.
Brock Donovan Ditter.
Michael Thomas Elrod.
Brandon Vincent Dougherty.
Brandon Michael Filipovich.
Adam Russell Ely.
Andrew Bodie Foster. Joseph Austin Fisher.
Timothy Nathaniel Frizzell. Kevin Javier Fuentes Santiago.
Joshua Daniel Getz.
Richard Clay Gannon.
Molly Jacqueline Green.
Gavin Luke Gibson.
Cyan Deanna Greer.
Jacob Hunter Kaczynski.
Charles Reed. Joshua Daniel Getz.
Richard Clay Gannon.
Molly Jacqueline Green.
Gavin Luke Gibson.
Cyan Deanna Greer.
Jacob Hunter Kaczynski.
Charles Reed Hatchett. Hannah Nicole Tucker.
Joseph Michael Townsend.
Abigail Ray Weiser.
Julia Grace Woods.
Savannah Lee Atkinson.
Cheyenne Elizabeth Arwood.
Annie Francis Beadle.
Victoria Ashley Barnett.
Aubrey Marie Bell.
Mercedes Leanne Behannon.
Catherine Grace Blevins.
Isabella Amaral Bertolini.
Kaylee Noel Boyd.
Emily Nicole
Denise Branham.
Chandler Elise Bradley.
Casey Diana Calderon.
Raven Cynthia Campbell.
Kinsey Elizabeth Cotton.
Chloe Elizabeth Clevenger.
Savannah Leanne Connor.
Madison Nicole Clevenger.
Morticia Tempest Corey.
Jonica Marie Corbett.
Jessica Morgan Davenport.
John Kendall Curry.
Samantha Bianca Marie Driggers.
Serena Danielle Dolak.
Lauren Elizabeth Fletcher.
Deshira Dine Edwards.
Jeremy Logan Garvin.
Gia Bella Feora.
Emily Anastasia Grady.
Desaray Elizabeth Frizzell.
Desaray!
Samara Lee Hale.
Emma Karen Gentili.
Sarah K. Harmon.
Christian James Hackney.
Jasmine Tiana Hooper.
Megan Mackenzie Hall.
Keely Morgan Howard.
Elizabeth Ann Hicks.
Hannah Ariel Hudson.
Thank you.